Hey guys, Erin here. Thanks so much for visiting my channel again. Today we are doing another video about anxiety and panic, and we are going to talk about natural remedies or things that I've used and tools that I've found along the way that have helped me get some relief from my panic and anxiety. So if you are on kind of the quest of figuring out, okay, do I want to take medication? Do I not want to take medication? And what's available to me? Today, this video is going to be about all the natural items that I've used and currently use daily to help me stop from freaking the fuck out. Let's just be real. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, first thing I'm going to go over is I don't even have a number list. I don't know. I just have all these things beside me. You can see them in the background here. So I'm just going to lift them up and show you what they are. And I'll leave links below if you want to check them out and try them for yourself. Okay, so first thing I'm going to go over, which is basically like the anxiety cognitive behavioral therapy Bible book that most therapists and counselors and anywhere you look online will suggest that you pick up. Okay, so the first thing is the anxiety and phobia workbook. This thing is actually amazing, and I feel has all the principles that are needed in order for you to take control of your anxiety and realize that it isn't actually, it occurring is not outside of you. So I know how offensive that can feel. I remember people telling me, therapists being like, okay, you know, this is something that you do to yourself, or there's got to be a reason why this anxiety happens. It serves a purpose. And I was like, serves a purpose? What? Why would I choose to feel like a crazy person every day? So I definitely don't think that I electively chose that in the past when I've suffered greatly from anxiety, but I do see now that the thoughts that I was having and the thought patterns that I was having were definitely creating elements of fear and telling my system that I was unsafe, and it then responding. So there's relaxation exercises, coping with panic, changing mistaken beliefs, nutrition, which I think is huge, medication, easing health-related anxiety, overcoming negative self-talk. And I can honestly tell you that the biggest change that pivoted me getting control of my anxiety and panic attack disorder was a long process, but a necessary one, of figuring out my mind state and going inward and listening to what my dialogue was. So it was really, really hard process, and maybe I'll go over that in another video. But if you aren't currently working with somebody who does cognitive behavioral therapy, I really think that if you're in an emergency state, I personally was taking medication at the time, and I did that in therapy, and it just really was a good combination for me. So I will do another video on medication for anxiety and how to make that decision. It is a personal one, but for me, those were the two things that really helped. But at the beginning of my journey, this was the Bible. Okay. All right, let's move on to something different. So very simple. You can get it anywhere. This is lavender essential oil. What you can do with this is if you feel like your heart is racing, or you're just, not able to calm yourself down, or you just need, a little bit of a breather, this is awesome. So lavender oil is all natural. You don't consume it, so you don't drink it. I think you can put it in water, but I'm not going to say to do that. I normally like doTERRA. I think doTERRA has awesome, it's the best brand out there, but this one is also okay. This is Now, and I get it at a local health store, also from Amazon. And what I do is when I'm feeling a little bit pent up or can't sleep at night, I will just open the top, put some on my fingers, rub it on my wrists, put it together, and then just smell, take 5 deep breaths of it in and out to get it in my system. So it really helps me to calm down. You wouldn't think that it could have such a big impact, but if you're looking for a natural route, I would suggest doing this maybe, even 4 times a day, doing the same process, and it'll really help you to kind of reset your body and get it to calm down. So that's another thing. Let's look at my other, my other kind of all natural stuff. So this is actually lemon balm. So it's a little shiny, my light here, But lemon balm is basically an all natural tincture. I don't know if I ever say that right, but you know how you just have like a dropper essentially. So this is kind of like, it's a herb, so it's homeopathic and it does the same thing. This one says it helps relieve nervousness and insomnia, and I totally believe it. The first time I took it, I was like, whoa, this stuff is awesome. And I still, I wish I would be more regular with it, because to be honest, I have a problem taking vitamins regular. I'm just that kind of person. But anytime I take it, if I'm like feeling social anxiety or some type of claustrophobia, I just take this and put maybe like a quarter or half of the droplet in my mouth. It tastes really nasty, but that's okay. It works just like buckwheat. And it's worth it. It's maybe about $20 and it really does the job. It's all natural. So I really highly suggest, if you had lemon balm just on its own daily, is friggin' awesome. Okay. So that's that one. The next thing is kind of controversial, but I definitely believe in it. And that's CBD. So basically, you probably heard lately much more on CBD oils than you have in the past. So I'm going to be transparent. When I was in high school, I liked to party a lot. So I was smoking a lot of pot. That actually contains THC, which gets you high. But CBD is actually the part of the plant that's an anti-inflammatory and doesn't get you high. So this is definitely a decision you have to look at, and you have to look at, can you get it delivered to your state or where you live legally. I'm not encouraging it if you can't, but I live in Canada, and where I live in Ontario, marijuana is actually legalized now. So this isn't marijuana, but I can get it at stores locally, and I actually have a link below that you can look at if you want to explore this as an option. I definitely take it. It's not going to be like when you take medication and you instantly feel like high or whatever, or relieved or numbed out. What this is it actually reduces inflammation in the body, which is a huge thing for health, but it also calms your mind down. And I noticed that progressively, as I was taking it, maybe over 2 to 3 months, I really started to notice that I was just generally, it's going to sound boring, but a little more lukewarm. So I wasn't freaking out as much as I normally would, and the things that would really get me pent up were just going over my head. So I definitely have used this. It is a buildup. This one is 500 milligrams. It's the same thing. It has a dropper, so you just test out what you want to do. And I usually take it every night before bed. You can take it during the day too when you wake up in the morning. It's really your choice. This one is full CBD. If you are open to having a combination of THC, you can get one that would have different splits. Me, I'm not looking for it, so I put in my time. All right, so that's that one. The next thing that I like to use is magnesium night. So yeah, magnesium night. I think it's the French part right here. Anyways, so this is by Jameson. Jameson is like a vitamin company that's in Canada. So I'm not sure if that's in the States. I have no idea. But Jameson Night is basically a combination. If you're having trouble sleeping, I wouldn't take this during the day, because literally when I take it an hour and a half later, like clockwork, I am knocked out. No matter what I'm watching, I'm knocked out. But you can take this to help with muscle relaxation at night, and also to help you go to bed. So it has a combination of magnesium, which is like a calming thing for the body, and it also has, what was the other thing? Melatonin. So you may have a little bit of crazy dreams, like legit, I'm fighting wars. I don't know why. I must have been a cadet or something in my past life. But magnesium night is awesome. And you don't even need the magnesium night portion. You can usually get just magnesium, and that can help with sleeping and relaxation. Okay. The only thing I would say is that magnesium actually relaxes the blood vessels. So if you have any type of blood pressure issues, you definitely want to talk to your doctor. But of course, before you do any of this, you know, especially for that, I'm not a doctor. So this is just me sharing what I've done. Okay. So that's that one. The last one that I have is something called OrthoAdapt. So OrthoAdapt is like a supplement. My mom found this for me because she's like the vitamin queen. And what it is basically it's a all natural supplement, and it has like vitamin C, it has like ginseng, rhodiola, root extract. I can't even read half of them. But anyways, when I did take it, I found that it really balanced out my mood. So basically what it supports is adrenal glands, which is like that when you're in a fight or flight situation, when you're having panic attacks, basically your adrenals, which is your hormonal system that regulates stress, is going crazy. So women that are constantly stressed, even if they don't have anxiety, can have adrenal fatigue syndrome. So I'm sure you've heard of that, right? So this really helps to kind of build those up so your energy is a little bit higher and you feel more even, I guess, even-minded. So this is about 30 bucks. I'll try and find the link too if you want to look at it. But yeah, those are all my top tips that I have for all natural remedies. I hope to do a video on anxiety medications because I know that when I first started my journey, I spent probably 2 to 3 years of saying no to taking medication. Like I literally was dead set against taking anxiety medication because I haven't yet mentioned it on my channel, but I'm actually a fitness trainer and I own a CrossFit gym by day. So health and fitness and going the natural route has always been the thing that I've led my life with. So when I thought about taking medication, I felt really stigmatized by it. So I spent years using natural remedies, and these were the ones that I found helped me the best, and I still have them in my routine. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I also will post some links below so you can get access to some resources. Okay, see you on my next video.